You and I have locked horns quite a lot down the years with various fundraisers and charity things, and I think the last time I saw you was at was it the Viv Richards dinner, I think, at Lord's, where we were talking about sorting out a golf day. I'm guessing you're still involved in all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we still do my own events. Me and my wife. I mean, we've raised a lot of money, over £1 million now for charity. So we do a lot of stuff. It's been difficult the last 18 months. We do a thing for Care for Wild, where my wife's an ambassador and I am too, and we brought out our own wine, which is for charity, with Vegenet Caustic, which is winning awards left, right and centre, which is very pleasing, and it's raising obviously good money.
Where do I get hold of some of that?
But you get it online at Slurp or Jascott's, which are two online wine retailers, quite popular wine retailers, where I get all my wine from anyway. So they're just topping up anyway. So it's perfect.
Excellent. So obviously you've been knee deep in the hundreds. What are your thoughts?
Well, listen, I'll be honest with you. I know I'm working on it now, and I'm employed by Sky to work on it. And when it first came out, I was excited, but I was also cautious of the future. And I'm a massive fan of Test cricket. I'm a massive fan of county cricket. Of T20. I was there when he played the first one in 2003. I was there when I played the first T20 International at the Rose Bowl 2005.
I remember that.
And yeah, and I remember in 2003 when it started. We all had a laugh and joke about it, saying, what is this? We used to play this when we were 12, 20 cricket. And look how it's taken off around the world, right? So it's always going to be a problem because you've got the purists, and I understand why, love the game, love the traditions of it. But you also got to think about trying to get more people involved. And I didn't agree with some of the strap lines, like, oh yeah, we're trying to attract a market of women and their children. What's wrong with women and children and their husbands and their families? I mean, that's cricket for me. And if it's grabbing a new audience, so be it. I think it's been very successful. But on the other side of it, I would also say cricket is cricket. Whether it's 10 balls, 100 balls, 120 balls, 140 balls, 50 overs, test match, county cricket. If the sun is shining and it's an opportunity to have a day out and have a cold beer while watching a bit of cricket, people are going to go. So I've been not surprised by the people that have gone to watch it at all. It's been a huge success.
I agree with you as well. It's going to take some time to find its feet. The whole thing is experimental. I think it's even in just the short time it's been running, it's progressed already. I mean, some of the games are really exciting as the players seem to get to grips with how to play it. And then next year you hopefully will have the big name international stars adding to the fun. It's not going away, is it?
No, it's not going away. I mean, the ECB have put a lot of money and a lot of love and care into it. So they're not going to just throw it away now. I think when I do look around and I see some of the size of the staff they've got, I think there's a lot of wasted money still going out, swishing around the teams and things like that. But when it has got the real international stars, it'll add a bit of spice to it. It's slightly been spoilt this year by the lack of international greats that have come over, but it's understandable. COVID struck the world, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And some guys are not wanting to travel, and when you can get over $1 million to play in the IPL and $250,000 to play in the PSL and Big Bash, people are not so bothered about travelling for 60 or 70 or 80 grand. I know it sounds blasé, but they're not going to travel for that sort of money if they don't have to. They're praying for the big bucks, which is the IPL and the PSL and the Big Bash. They pay slightly better than the 100 at this moment in time.
I quite like the, I don't know if you call it the marketing or whatever, but the fact that at these 100 games they've tried to make it a different atmosphere. You know, the DJs, the sort of more noise and fun and more of a party atmosphere. And I quite like as well the way that the coverage from you boys in the media, that it seems very, very relaxed and light-hearted in the commentary box, which is a nice angle to see. You guys look like you're enjoying yourselves.
Absolutely, I think that's important. It has to be different. Well, it is different because it changed the amount of balls, hasn't it? T20, which has been a huge success for many years, right? And people love it. The 100 had to be somewhat different. The coin toss in the DJ booth has been great. People have loved the DJ. I think it's added to it without a doubt. You've seen the kids that have been in the grounds in their colours. I think the colours of the teams have been a huge success. Really bright, energetic, and kids like that. Right? Listen, I'm 51, mate, coming next month, and I like the pastel colours. You know what I mean? I still wear them. I still think I'm a teenager. But I think it's really worked, and it is about having fun. The way I played the game was about fun, and it's important that they see people on the pitch having fun, and they see people in the commentary box, although giving analysis, but try and keep it. I think one thing we've tried to do, or I've tried to do in commentary, is explain things a bit more.
Yeah, you have.
Radio and TV is totally different. So you describe every single ball, what's happening, who's hit it, who's fielded it, where's it gone, what the atmosphere's like, everything. In cricket, you tend to, in TV commentary, you tend to let the pictures do the talking, right? But you've got to remember, if we're attracting a new audience, there's a lot of them don't quite understand it. So I've tried, me personally, I've tried to go in between. Say a little bit more than I normally would on TV, without not saying as much as I do on radio. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yes.
I think I've got it right. I've had good feedback, and I think people have enjoyed my commentary, because I've always going to have a little bit of humour and the way I am, and I don't hold back. I have to say it from the heart. I don't go with a company line. I've always said it what I feel, and I hope it comes across like that when I do the commentary. So, and I think people have liked that.
Well, they have. I'm also curious that, Charlie Dagnall, Darren Sammy, Dinesh Carr, I've seen some dance moves going on in the box, Ebony as well. But I'm just wondering...
From that. I'm staying away, mate.
You're telling me...
I don't mind dancing.
I was going to say, you're telling me the 2005 winner of Strictly can't show these boys how to move properly.
Well, mate, listen, 3 times champion. I've given up totally. I've got a metal leg, 8 metal screws in my femur, which is obviously through dancing and cricket and skiing over the years and cycling. And it's now time to just let everybody else carry on with the dancing. I'll stick to enjoying myself and socialising and doing what I do best.
Oh no, you're a top man. And your enthusiasm is completely infectious. I think you've always come across that way. You're enjoying your cricket when you've played. Always a big-hearted player, big smile on your face. Living the dream almost. Like a little kid. That smile on your face. Yeah.
Yes, I am living the dream. I mean, sometimes I have to give myself a slap round the head, just to remind myself. Oh, look, I played cricket. For many years, played sport as a younger player, wanted to be a footballer, didn't quite work out.
Rotherham.
Be a cricketer. Yeah, I turned out to be a cricketer, which went quite well, very well.
Yeah.
I got struck down at my peak, if I'm honest, with injury. But I've always tried to remain positive and have lots of energy in anything I do. And to get back into cricket, I've been working at TalkSport now 13 years and I love it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't be there, right? And I've learnt a lot in broadcasting over the years. But just to get back for a short period doing cricket, something I absolutely adore and love, and it's been great. And you need it now and again. You just need a reminder on what you love and how much it means to you. And I've really enjoyed the last 2 weeks. I've got 5 games to go, and I'm looking forward to every one of them. Well, 10 games to go, but 5 days.
Yeah. Now, you give so much back as well. We talked about the charity stuff, but I'm also interested in what you're doing with the PCA, where you've become involved there, because the mental side of the game is a big thing these days, and the PCA do a lot to help cricketers, current and past, that sort of help with the tougher mental side of the game. Do you want to just say a few words about what you're doing there?
Yeah, I mean, the PCA do a lot of great things, and again, while you're playing, you don't really need them unless something goes wrong. But when it does go wrong, they are there to support you and guide you with advice and put you point you in the right direction. Whether it's people that got illness in their family, their children, their wife, whether they retired cricketers who have had injury. We know high-profile cases like Alan Eggleston, who played for England, a brain tumour. They support as much as they possibly can. Mental health is a huge thing that the PCA have got involved in, and it's so important to so many people. I'm lucky I understand mental health. My wife works within that industry. She does a lot of things to help people with anxiety and breathwork technique and stuff like that. So I understand what it can do and what it means to people to get support and have someone to talk to. And being on the board at the PCA is the way I can give back through my experiences over many years, starting out in cricket to be an international cricketer, and then transforming my life after cricket to be successful in broadcasting and what I've done. And if I can help anybody in any way at cricket, I've always said I will do my very best and do what I can to help. And being with the PCA and understanding how it works a little bit more, hopefully can help other people be open to talk, especially on that mental health side. I've been, listen, I'm lucky. It's not happened to me personally, but two of my closest friends, who I went away on holiday with, 7 other boys, lads, 2 years ago, have now sadly, they commit suicide in the last 2 years, last year and a half, and they're two of my closest friends. So yeah, it's really sad, and that hurts like crazy still. But for these who are just purely, we could have helped in some way, and it's about talking. And sometimes nobody knows what's going on in someone's head or their personal life until it's too late. And like I said, I know it's serious this, but to try and encourage people to talk, it's so important.
It's a very important subject, and it's great that you're committing so much time to it. On a more upbeat note, I was just curious as to what was a greater moment for you, taking a hat-trick against the Aussies at the SCG or signing for Essex?
Well, I flew my helicopter when I signed for Essex, which was great. But realistically, I mean, obviously, a personal moment was the hat-trick against Australia. It was the only one of the century. The last one was 1899, I think. Mine was in 1999, and there's not been one since by an Englishman in Australia. If you could pick one team to do it against and where it to be, it obviously would be against Australia in Australia, wouldn't it? So, yes, again, I find myself in that situation where I've been on a hat-trick so many times in international cricket, but that was the one time it happened for me. It was an unbelievable delivery to get that third one. I'd like to say I meant to bowl it, but I didn't. But it's it's there forever, and an hat-trick against Australia at the SCG it's always going to be a personal highlight. I mean, I can't take that away.
Oh, that's real dreamland stuff. Unbelievable. I remember staying up late to watch that, and I think I was almost as pleased as you were running around my living room.
Yeah, well, most people who were in Sydney had missed it. They'd all left because it was about 6 o'clock at night, wasn't it? About 6 or something. So I think most people had left for the bed breakfast and evening meal lodgings. They had to go back. So most people missed it, including my family, who had always gone back to the hotel.
Oh. And we touched on your time at Essex. That was a good old team that you walked into back in. Was it 2004 you joined?
Yeah, this is a good team. That was really enjoying my time there. obviously I'm a Yorkshireman, I'm a proud Yorkshireman, and I went back to Yorkshire to finish my career. But you know, those 3 years out at Essex were great. Met some great people. The supporters were fantastic to me over that 3-year period. We had success on the pitch. We had a great one-day side. So I can't do anything but say happy memories of my time at Essex. And I say it's a great club, and I do wish him the best. But I'm a proud Yorkshireman, you know. And, it was sad to leave Yorkshire, but to go back and finish my career there for 2 years was also great. I was sad to leave Essex, but to go back as captain of Yorkshire for that final 2 years and the final bye-bye was superb as well. You know what I mean? I would say my last 5 years and my first 3 years were the most brilliant times as a cricketer. They were fantastic. When I first started as a professional, and the last 5 were outstanding. My 3 at Essex and 2 at Yorkshire. I loved every minute of it.
Oh, fantastic. And then since then, obviously, you know, you've kept yourself busy, you kept going. Talk Sport, but how long is it now? 17 years, did you say you've been doing?
No. 13
Oh, 13, sorry.
I've been looking at 3 World Cups. I think it's 3 European Championships. I've been around the world watching football. I love sport. I am Sport Billy. I love boxing. I love golf. I love football. I love cricket. They're my main sports. And F1, they're my main sports. But I follow everything. I'm just a Sport Billy. And to be working at TalkSport, they've been great to me over the years. And I get to talk about all different sports from a fan's point of view, because that's what it's about. It's a debate station. People sometimes get confused, thinking you've got to be a professional to talk about it. No, it's called Talk Sport, and it's a debate station where you ring in and chat about sport. Simple.
And you've got a good relationship with Adrian Durham. I listen to the show regularly, and it's really enjoyable.
It is. I've done Drive Time with Adrian for so long. There's slight changes going on now within the industry, and Adrian's going slightly down a different route with what he's doing on his broadcasting. We know he goes round the grounds on a Saturday. He's now doing that midweek, which is absolutely superb at. So I'll still be working with Aid, but just not as much. So it might be 1 day a week I'm working with Aid on Drive, and there'll be a bit of a mix-up there and thereabouts. And I'll be doing other stuff as well within the station. So there's a lot of things going on at the minute, a lot of changes, which sometimes needs freshening up, and I'm excited about the future.
Oh, sounds great. And before you go, I just wanted to ask you about Collier's Powerful Welsh Cheddar.
Well, that was unbelievable. So literally, I got asked about what my favourite food is, and I said cheese. And I just said it off the top of my head, Collier's Welsh Cheddar. I love it. And the owner of it, Teresa Kerr, bless her, she's not with us anymore. She was listening when I said it on radio, and she sent me a box of Welsh Cheddar, which was like, oh my word, that went down a treat. And then they asked me to be a brand ambassador, which I was for about 4 years. I did an advert in Welsh for them, and I was on the pack in a miner's helmet on a special edition pack they did, and they were great company, great people, and like I say, unfortunately, the lady passed away to cancer, but she was a terrific lady. They're still going. I still eat their cheese, and I still have a great relationship with the company. Listen, I can't say a bad word about them. They were absolutely superb, and their cheese is great.
Brilliant.
I just don't get paid to talk about it now, but it doesn't matter. I would still say it's the absolute bee's knees, because it's something I always enjoyed before I became an ambassador, so it doesn't really matter.
Before I let you go, I need a musical choice from you, please, Goughy. We play music on the show as well as talk cricket, and we always ask our guests for a track. Have you got anything?
A track? Well, you know something? Music for me, I listen it, but I'm not one of these people who likes one specific type of music. I love Robbie Williams, but I love Westlife. I know people are going to laugh at my music choices, but can I have a song that represents my cricket? And Sky did this song to my greatest moments in the cricket field when I retired. It's called Walking on Sunshine. I think it's Katrina and the Waves. It's an absolutely belter of a song, and I used it as my first T20 song as well. So, fantastic song.
I'm just glad he didn't say anything by Mark Butcher.
No, Butcher's good, but not that good.
All right, Goughy, listen, absolute pleasure talking to you. I'll let you go on, drive safely, and enjoy the Emirates Headingley. Or Emerald.
I will do.
Emerald Headingley, sorry.
Emirates Old Trafford, don't dare swear at me. They're playing Manchester Originals, huge game for me. Obviously, I've got to support the Northern Superchargers, there's no doubt about that whatsoever. Tomorrow on Friday, I've got Trent Rockets versus Birmingham Phoenix, a massive game. I'm back at Trent Rockets on Sunday. Mate, I'm really enjoying it. Cricket, I love cricket, mate. It's a great game.
Brilliant to talk to you. Many thanks for giving us your time, and I'll let you crack on.
No problem. Take care, mate.